it always reminds me of the dance of King David as he led the ark into the holy city, where he wore nothing but a span cloth, and he danced simply for the glory of God. And when he was criticized for doing this because it wasn't deemed kingly by one of his wives, he simply stated, "I didn't dance to look like a king, I danced for the glory of God." That's what that scene represents to me. It's astonishing. Really, I would have thought, when I first saw this, I thought that that's what you were trying to do. If you asked me what this piece represents to me, I would have to say David. Interestingly enough, when you turn this piece upside down, the very same anthropomorphic figures that I thought were David represented crucifixion to me. I see at least 3 people in various stages of being affixed to a cross. Here, here, and here. And I see people crouched down at their legs, seeming to attach them. That is, say, nail. It's not the most pleasant of things, but I don't see it as anything unpleasant. It's simply a story. It's simply something that I've learned about, and so it's quite, to me, it's very beautiful. I've talked to you about this once or twice before, and you've told me that you've seen other things and other people have seen other things, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because all art should be quite useless. That is to say, it should be without agenda or motive, and it should be intrinsic and innate to the observer and draw out whatever he or she feels or sees when they see it. To me, I see someone dancing for the glory of God, and I see someone completely obedient to the will of God. And it's very affirming, it's very beautiful, and it's also very inspiring to me.
Okay. Well, I have 100 more onto the desk, but we don't have it. You know, that's a lot of work to move everything and take it off. Do you see stuff here?
Oh, this is, I don't think you've ever shown this to me before, but this is very, to me, if you're asking me what I honestly see, what it reminds me of the Virgin Mary. I see the figure of a young girl, swathed in blue, with a white veil, with her eyes up, her face turned up in supplication and prayer. I see a figure hovering over her. To me, it's beneficent. It might suggest the story of the Annunciation, where the angel Gabriel gave word to the Virgin Mary that she would conceive and have a son. It suggests I might be reading too much into it, but that's what it reminds me of. I've never seen this piece before.
So now I know that it's Mary. I know it's Jesus.
I see the Virgin Mary, and I see the angel Gabriel and the Annunciation. It's okay if that's not the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Well, it's not the first thing that's come to anybody's mind. You're the only person who said that.
Really? Oh, I see. To me, this represented a river flowing into a cabin, into a cave, sort of. I don't know if you see it, but it represents a body of water flowing into a cave. I'm not sure what you were seeking to represent beyond that. Can you tell me what you see?
Well, well, first, there's some people here, and I mean, there's really people everywhere, and I see a lot of people laying on rocks and a lot of chaos.
Chaos.
I mean, there's a man's face here, and somebody's face here. It's very dark, this painting, so it's hard to see. Ah! Wait, hold on one second.
Of course.
When you look at it, wait, look through this phone and see if it looks any different to you.
I understand. I see them too now.
You see them. Now, it's a different picture with this phone. And then when I photograph it, right? Then when I photograph it, you gave it the light, the saturation. I mean, it took us into the, look at this. It's taking us into universes. It's taking us into different worlds. It's just, look at that. it's an otherworldly landscapes. It's, look, okay, those are rocks. There's water.
It's beautiful. It's technically it's beautiful. It's a very interesting and it's a very well designed painting. I mean,
What intrigues me is that this is my father's lawsuit. I've painted over. I want you to look here. I've painted. I just took a picture. I painted over the lawsuit and look at the money stuck onto the painting. Okay, I didn't do anything. Well, remember everything fell, and I said, well, maybe it fell for a reason. Look at the money. That just, since you've been in here, it just adhered itself, you know, to the painting.
when we look through the phone and you tell me what you see, when you see the collection of figures, the only thing I can think of is the Greek myth of the river Styx taking travelers into the other world. You know, it's a good representation of that. I mean, that's
the Greek myth.
Yeah. Well, what did they say about that river? The river Styx carried souls into the next world. Yes.
I don't know that story. The river Styx carried souls into the next world.
I believe so.
Well, that's what the painting is. Of course it is.
If that's what you say, you're the author of the painting. You're the painter.
Well, I'm the channel artist. I'm a channel artist. So I wasn't meaning to paint that. I wasn't actually sure what it is, but now that you've explained to me, I know what it is.
It's one possible interpretation.
No, that's it.
Okay.
You don't have to give me any more. That was it. I can't believe it.
You're definitely finding motifs of Jesus, of Christ in your work. You definitely are.
The original thing here is that, I don't know, where's an inch? 28 to 30. So is that 2 inches? I don't really know.
Close enough.
Okay, so here, this face, size of my finger.
Yes.
That right there, when I blow that up, it turns into that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I'm told that is
That's definitely that looks
Jesus.
a lot like a face.
That's like the crown of thorns.
All I can say is thank you, and thank you for sharing your work with me. And I hope you do many, many more pieces. Keep making art.